Okay, we're good. Hey, everybody. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. Hey, everybody. Playing a new game today. I said I would... So, the dev for this game reached out to me when they saw that I was playing Zero Escape, and that's super cool. I've never had that happen before. It makes me feel a little bit like a real streamer. And said that they have a kind of like mystery, puzzly kind of game inspired by Zero Escape and wanted me to check it out. And I said I would get to that in December. And then I didn't forget, but I've had a very busy December. But it's the last day of December, so I haven't lied. Anyway, it's malViolence. Let's do it. Also, full disclosure, I did play the first like 30 minutes of this game to make sure it was working correctly. So I am slightly spoiled, but I'll figure it out.
Hello?
That still seems kind of quiet. Let me turn it up a little.
Hey, wake the hell up!
I think I'll just turn that up a little bit. Ah! What the? Huh? Where are you? Some sort of cell? But everything's so woozy, so you can't... No. What were you doing before you got here? You wanted a bonus, and your boss told you to go here and get info. So you did, and then something hit your back, and you...
Oh dear, looks like the anesthesia hasn't worn off, has it? Must have given them the wrong dose of ketamine. Just give it a couple more minutes. Soon you'll be right as rain.
Where's that voice coming from? It's giving you a migraine. You just want to shut it. Oh, over there! That monitor in the corner. I still have to turn the game up a little bit. It's still quiet. You push yourself up and make your way over to it. What? There's no volume button on the front panel. Maybe it's to the side, or...
Too bad, lab rat. You won't find any volume buttons here.
Lab rat? What's with that?
You're awfully confused by all this, aren't you? Well then, allow me to introduce myself. Some call me a simple sidekick, others call me the disciple of danger. But if you ask me, I prefer... the Great Caution, Emperor of malViolence! Or Caution for your convenience.
Seriously? A kid? You got locked up by a kid?
Oh, lab rat, that look on your face is priceless! I want to take a commemorative photo and tag it to my bedroom wall.
Ugh, please don't. Everyone tells you that you have a resting bitch face.
Sadly, my camera isn't with me right now, so you'll have to make do with me telling you why you're here. That's another thing you're wondering about, isn't it?
You think?
All right then, let's make this quick. You want something from me. That's why you came here, right? Your boss told you to come here and get something. But I can't let that happen. No siree. So I'm gonna have fun with you instead. I'll learn what you're after and you won't be bored.
Oh boy.
Great deal, right?
No, it's not.
You're a funny...
I like you already.
So much so that I've let you keep your gun. Feel free to shoot my screen anytime. I promise I won't care.
The temptation's there, but no thanks. You'd prefer to have some form of self-defense on
Now,
hand.
I'm still tidying up a couple of things on my end, so before I get back to work...
Does that book say Winnie the Pain? Winnie and the Pain. Oh, I see. Winky and the Pain. Ah, I figured out which joke it was.
Well then...
Welcome to your new home. Cozy, isn't it? It's got everything you need to live a normal human life. A comfy bed, well, not comfy, but a bed. A tap with running water, a desk for desk things. Quintessential 5-star living, just like the famous Milton hotels. Oh, and if you get hungry, just try lifting the painting in the middle of the room. The vent dispenses LabScript 4053. Reviewers say it's safe for human consumption, so don't be shy. It's got all the nutrients you need to live a good life. Well, what's the holdup? Have a look around, check your dead device, beg for mercy, or make yourself comfortable. After all, you'll be here for a while. Use your mouse to explore the room. When your cursor changes into a magnifying glass, you can interact with an item in the room. Who knows what'll happen the more you explore? Let's get out of here. It's a desk. For desk things. What an evocative description. Your throat's dry and sore, but you can't find a cup anywhere. Does he expect you to drink out of the faucet? Great. It doesn't even work. So much for quenching your thirst, asshole. It's a bed! You're surprised you slept at all on something that lumpy. Yeah, right. Back at home, you worshipped your crappy mattress. A door handle. But what's with the lock? We've never seen anything like it. There's a weird stock photo on the cover, but otherwise it's your average vent. Caution won't be winning any awards for home decor anytime soon. Guess he wasn't kidding about the lab script. It's right here, there, neatly served in a metal bowl. To be honest, you could use something to fill your empty stomach. You made the smart decision to skip lunch on your way here. You pick up the bowl and shove a fistful of pellets in your mouth. They taste like... well, you don't know what you expected. They're grainy, if nothing else. Try not to think about Caution laughing at you from the other side of the screen. Huh? What's this? There's something at the bottom of the bowl. A pattern? Get a better look. You dump the rest of the pellets on the floor. It's a Venn diagram, one with weird shapes. Wonder if it means anything. Again, it's just your average vent cover. Wait, something's taped to the backside. There we go, and I'm going to screenshot this because I will need it in a second. So like I said, full disclosure, I did play this puzzle last night, so I do know how to do it already. I just don't remember the exact solution because it's a bunch of random shapes and colors. Again with those weird shapes, and this time they're colorful. Yeah, they definitely mean something. Maybe it's a way out? You know what, actually, I just realized I'm gonna need 2 of these at the same time. Let me pop open GIMP real quick so I can paste them and look at both things. Game. So, this puzzle, these are the shapes here correspond to colors. And the colors are, they combine. That's what the Venn diagram is supposed to indicate, methinks. So, I gotta pop open all my fucking windows here. I'm just gonna throw it on this monitor. I'm not using this one for anything right now. Okay, so I have to combine these shapes to make these colors. Oh, this is your ticket out of here. The wheel's just like the wheels on the vent cover. With a little time and effort, you think you can crack it. Okay, so the top 2 are both red. This one is blue. This one is green, or it's yellow and blue, so it'd be green. This one is blue and blue, so it's blue. This one is green and... no, it's not green. It's yellow and blue, so it's green again. This one is blue and red, so it would be purple. And this one is yellow.
What?
Hello?
How the hell did you break the lock?
There's no way you could have gotten out on your own. Oi, lab rat. I can see you, you know. You're just like the rest of those stop freaks. So textbook authoritarian, they could use you for their recruitment posters. That blank stare, that bland uniform, that world-class poker face. Makes me want to peel your brain like an orange. God knows what sick and twisted thoughts lurk beneath. Is he telling you to smile more? He is, isn't he? Guess he'll give him the old passport photo. You're cute. Real cute. I'll forgive you for that. After all, I'm the Great Caution, Emperor of malViolence. I'm not the type of man to go all out on a scrub like yourself. But alas, even my limitless generosity has an expiration date, and you're creeping up fast on the sell-by. Anywho, you do want to escape, don't you?
Well then.
Allow me to give you a final pearl of wisdom.
Stop making mistakes. Because the next time you screw up, you're not gonna like what happens next.
Well, that was unnerving. It's hard to tell when he's being serious, but his hatred for stop freaks is clearly no joke. Almost like he No, remember your training. Now's not the time to overthink things. You need to get out of here. Detective work can come later. No side corridors, no secret doors, not even a crack in the wall. No choice but to move forward. You take another cautious step ahead and...
Welcome. I see you arrived safely.
What the? Another voice? And all the screens in the room lit up, too. One second. Sorry, just trying to check something. Help me. Help me, I'm exploding. Okay. Huh? You know that woman on the screen. Everyone at Stop knows that face. They've seen her photos in newspaper articles, broadcasts, social media. For years, this mysterious woman was the scourge of Stop. A saboteur who terrorized the public with bombs and cryptic threats. A supervillain through and through. A supervillain by the name of...
From the top, then. I am Dr. Danger. You are here because you're under my temporary employment.
No? Last time you checked, you were a Stop agent. By default, Dr. Danger's a sworn enemy. Was a sworn enemy. She died weeks ago, caught in her own explosion while trying to wipe another Stop facility off the map. Wait, does this mean she survived?
Before we begin your task, please listen carefully. Due to my circumstances, I cannot repeat my instructions, nor will I be able to answer any of your questions.
No, her death was very thoroughly confirmed, which means this is just a recording. A cheesy one at that. Turns out even supervillains make the newbies watch employee training videos. Better tune her out. No, she might have crucial information, dumbass! Besides, you're no mere hired hand. You're a proud agent of Stop, trained to fight villains like her. So what if there are more puzzles to solve and locked rooms to explore? To someone like you, they should be child's play. Should be. Fucking listen to the message, dumbass! I fucking hate learning information. We should kill people that try to inform you of things. Huh. Seems like a typical evil lab straight out of a comic book. Let's see here. Massive computers, high-tech gizmos, and a primary source extractor. Ugh. Looking at that thing gives you goosebumps. Do you have to go through here? Maybe there's something you missed in the corridor. Yeah, you'll turn around and... it's not opening. No, there's still the door on the other side. You'll just walk over and it'll automatically... and it's shut too. Great. Off to a fantastic start already. Wait, there's something else here. A lock with a strange puzzle. Sorry, I'm just tracing these with my eyeballs. I hate this. This sucks. Maybe you'll find the answer in this room? You approach the glistening puddle for a closer look. The smell's pretty unambiguous, but just to be sure, you gingerly swipe a finger across the surface. Oil. Black gold. Texas tea. Most likely for some kind of machine. It's not unfamiliar. Stop has a massive array of equipment and vehicles that need regular maintenance. An agent like you is expected to know how to repair and service them, especially when your bosses are displeased with you. But it's strange to see oil out in the open here. Maybe it's a spill or a leak? Either way, something clearly isn't working. You paused when you saw the silhouettes from across the room, but on closer inspection, these aren't firearms at all. They're megaphones. So many colors, materials, variations. It's far from organized, but it does look like a collection. It's hard to picture Dr. Danger, one of Stop's most wanted criminals, picking up such an odd hobby. And yet half of them are tagged with the initials DD. Every supervillain's bound to have a quirk or two. Okay, is there anything else I can inspect without? From a comfortable distance, you eye over the primary source extractor. You approach carefully, listening closely for any hints of it roaring to life. Agents are expected to keep their wits about them and not jump to conclusions, but it's hard to see the device in front of you as anything but an electric chair. It looks crude and cruel, like a child's reimagining of something scary from a history book. That may be exactly what it is. Whatever its purpose, you give it quiet thanks that it seems to be out of commission. Alright, nothing else I can... So I'm worried about these being red. Looks like there's an open toolbox. You approach it to take a closer look. Nope. It's a bomb. No big deal. What could possibly go wrong? Put all the bomb pieces, use the drag to run a club. Be sure to give your pieces on the twist, otherwise things might get explosive. Okay. Alright. This is going to be something. There's not a 2, so that can't be it there. Strike piece left click to oh, you can rotate them. Great. That's worse for me, actually. Let's put this back. Hold on. Blah. Let me go. Okay, well, this one's gonna be the most annoying to fit someplace. I'm sort of just fucking around right now. Oh, I got really close though by just fucking around. Is that good enough? No. Yeah, there's only so many places this can go. Not really a good place for this. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. No, neither of those. So there's room for that, but then there's no room for this. And there's not like a 4-piece, so that can't be it. I don't actually know. So there's probably like a good way to solve these kind of puzzles, right? But I have no fucking idea what it is. No, this doesn't work for me. Okay, let's just start with things like this. So that would fit like that, but then there'd be no place to put this in the top. So it would have to be something like that if I'm doing this. Did I not have just a straight 4? I do. Okay. Ah, damn. Because I felt good about that for a second. But the rest of this is not going to fit anywhere like this. I'm bad at these kind of puzzles, so we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna fuck around a little bit, I think. I think that's gonna have to be how this is. It's probably gonna be some weird ass shape that just doesn't make any sense to me at the end. No, cookies, that can't be that. That's close. We're really close here, I think. We do that, and then... Now the problem is gonna be this fucking thing. So I could do like a that, but then this one empty space here is gonna fuck me. I really can't do that. Let's think. This is just gonna be my life for a little bit, I think. So, get comfortable, I guess. No, because there are no pieces that can fit in a space like that. So, if if I do this, it's going to have to be something like this, which limits my options quite a bit. I get a funny feeling it's going to be something like this. This is really, unless I do like a this and like a this, that's really the only way that these pieces can go. Which is possible. I mean, it's not actually, because up here then would be... This does fit horizontally, technically. Doesn't seem intuitive to do it that way, but it does fit. But if I do that, then this doesn't fit anywhere. Unless it's supposed to go like this. Oh, hold on. Might be getting somewhere. Okay. I think I'm still fucked, though, because I don't have all of my, like, bendy pieces are gonna have to go towards the ends, I think. Because, like, this won't be able to go in like that, basically anywhere. Yeah, there's just not enough room for that. Trying to get these two pieces in here is the biggest problem, I think. Like, technically I think this works, but I think this is literally the exact solution I was just at like 15 seconds ago. Yeah, and this still leaves me hosed because I can't, this shape isn't possible. So I do think that these two pieces must have to be vertical then. Like this or something. But it can't be like that, because there's no room for anything if I do that. It has to be... No, because it can't be like that either. Is there a place I can fit this if I do this? Technically. Then 3, and then this... This? No, because then I don't have room for this 4 anywhere. No, 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 no. Something like that, maybe. Problem is that I can't really move this up any further without compromising the bottom part too, which is not helpful to do. If I do this, I think this becomes a technically possible shape. Not really, because this is still not terribly possible. Okay, let's just think about it. These have to be something like this, right? In order to fit all of the pieces into the ends, it has to be something like this. Has to. This motherfucker, if it were facing the other direction, would make my life so much easier, I might have just figured it out. Yeah, I just figured it out. Okay, we're good. I got there. You solved the puzzle. A marble rolls out of the bomb case. Attached to it is a note reading, Colby Padilla. You wonder what that could mean. You already solved the bomb puzzle. Okay, so this icon just means it's a puzzle. 3 differently sized vials are placed on the table. There are instructions written next to them. It's up to stop a top official, but his toxin of choice is pretty particular. Using 3 vials of 12, 8, and 5, measure the poison into 2 equal doses of 6. Okay, so I need to make number out of this. Okay. So 12 minus 8 is... I need to get 4. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some math about this. I should have a fucking piece of paper I can write on while I do these. Hold on, there's a sketchbook behind me that is currently... Hey, my wallet! I've been looking for that. I thought it was lost. I found it. I found it. It was underneath a plate because I'm an idiot. Okay. So the fact that it says that I can't do this too much makes me think that I should write it down instead of doing trial and error. Because also, I believe Caution told me not to fuck up too bad or I'll die, was the implication I got. Right. Will this... So I do have the puzzle difficulty on, I believe, where it'll tell me how much I can move it. Okay, I need to get doses of 6, right? I will fill this one. 4 will get this to 7. So obviously I need to get 6 into both of these. I don't think this actually helps me at all. No, I don't think this helped me at all, actually. Wait. Maybe. Maybe I'm a genius? I'm not. I'm not a genius. Because that only gets me to 4. Which will get me back to 7. Which isn't helpful. 7's not a helpful number to be at. Oh wait, yes it is. Okay, 4 is where I was at before, god damn it. I was expecting to have some sort of timer by now, but it hasn't happened. Okay, this is back where I was before. I hope I'm just on a puzzle difficulty where I can fuck around with this long enough to not explode from it. Damn. This is tough. This is tough, because that'll get me back to 7. That'll get me to 7 and 5. This will get me down to 5 again in the right one. I can get to 5 in both of these. I can get to 5 or 7 in both of these easily. It's getting to 6 that's the problem. Take me back up to 10. I can get to 4. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Maybe. This doesn't help me at all. Son of a bitch. Could I just pour some on the floor? Please? This didn't help me. Wait, maybe it did. No, this gets me back down to 7. Fuck, no wait. This gets me to 9, which is a number I haven't been at yet, so... Wait, hold on. I'm thinking. Okay, 9 gets me down... If I port it into here, it gets me down to 4, which is the closest I've ever been to 6 in my life. This puts me up to 8. This would put me back down to 3, which doesn't help. If I put it in here, this also gets me back down to 4. So where do I... You know, we'll put it in here because then I can just shuffle it around between these two. So 4 is a number I've never been at, which is good, I think. Okay, this would get me up to 7. Does that help me? 2. Okay. I don't think this helps me at all. Because 2... Okay, and this would get me back up to 7. 5. 2 in this one now. Wait. 4? Damn it. I'm just back here again. 2. Maybe. I don't know. Wait, yes, because this gets me to 8. And then 4. And then 3. And then 8. Wait, no, I need to be at 6. Fuck. I'm stupid. I'm too stupid for this. Shit. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm so bad at this type of puzzle. It's my fucking worst nightmare. I keep on thinking I'm cooking, and then I look and it's burnt. Piss, dude. Fuck you and your fuck-ass poisons. Let's see. Okay, if I pour this into here, that gets me back down to 4, which I don't think helps me at all. I'll put this in there. I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna put this in there. Did that help me at all? I don't think it did. Yes! You solved the puzzle. A small compartment opens up, revealing a marble. Underneath it is a note reading Brooke Yang. Alright, puzzle number 3, let's go. 4 large monitors displaying an intimidating wall of code. You were hoping you wouldn't have to deal with them, but... Ah well, time for some good old computer wrangling. This code is your left. Caution wants you to hack into one of Stop's computer system. Use the mouse and keyboard to clear out the codes in the system shown on the right. All the codes must be used to destroy the firewall and successfully break into the system. Be careful, if you don't use the codes at the right time, you might lock yourself out. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so I need a 110, right? I don't know if I understand the instructions here. You know, I am gonna save. Okay, I need a 110. I can't seem to rotate this one. drag these. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here, I think. Codes on your left. Caution wants you to hack in. Use the code to clear out the codes in the system shown on the right. Okay. But I can only select rows? Oh, okay. I have to clear them out from the bottom. Got it. Okay, so... Is there a 001? No. Is there a... That is why it wasn't working, because there are only so many you can do. Okay. Oh, okay, so... I need this one. Do that. So 110. I need 10 uwu. I don't think there's one of those. Invalid restarting. Okay, it'll just tell me if I'm wrong. Got it. Got it. I got the 10 uwu. Ah, damn. Okay. This one's gonna be tough, I can feel it. All right, I'm pretty close. Now, I don't think I can still get it. I apparently can. Okay, just need a 000 and a 111. Well, okay. So I need to save this 111, I think. That let me go for a lot longer than I thought it would, considering I was like at the end. So close. Okay, so I think I need to get rid of this as soon as possible. Okay, so where is it's uwu 11, right? Okay, now the rest of these, are these all valid strings? Because if they're not, I'm fucked. No, they're not. But I think that was the right idea. Okay, I need to get rid of this one, because if I don't, then I'm hosed at the end. Okay, so 10 ba. There's no 100. The only ones are 111, 110. Oh, there are actually several 111s. There are 3 111s. I think I fucked it. I fucked it. The only way I can get rid of this is by one of the ones starting with 1, and it can't be maybe it can be one of the 111s at the end? Okay, I can still do the rest of these in a different order, though. So I need to get rid of this first row. There is no 100 though. Okay. So if I get rid of this, where does it put me? I need to look at the upper rows first. So 110. I don't think I can get a 110 anymore. No, wait, I can. It'll be tough, but I can. No, I'm fucked. 0, 1, yeah, no, I can't do it anymore. Yeah, damn, okay. Okay, you are at an end, so if I can get you on the end, I can at least do something there. There is no 1 smiley winky face 0. So I think the only thing it is possible for me to do with this is either 10 uwu, which is not possible, or this one has to be a 111. There is no other thing. It can either be a 110 or a 111. There's no other thing it can be. This might be the exact thing I did a minute ago. Damn it. Okay, so I think getting rid of that is a good first play. Yeah, I can't get rid of that one. Or it becomes impossible. Yeah, and from here it's impossible already. I fucked it again. Ugh. Okay. So there are a bunch of them that end with 1. There's only like 2 that start with 1 that are physically possible for me to get here. This one can't be 10 uwu. So it has to be 1. It has to be 111, or it could be 10. No, it actually can't be 1. It can be 110 technically, but I don't think that's terribly likely. Yeah, because the only way to get stuff down here is to collapse it. That's the exact same thing I just did. Well, that's not French. Why did I read it as French? Hi, malViolence. I'm trying to solve puzzles, and I'm doing a bad job. So, let me think here. There is no 011. I need to get... why don't I just get rid of that one first, and we'll see where that puts me. There's an uwu 1-1. That's good. I needed that. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Because I need to do that, and then that. And then I'm fucked. Damn it. Guerte. Guerite. I'm saying that the whitest possible way I can. You're welcome. And I'm sorry. Okay, this is probably going to be the 1-1, right? Okay, then this one needs to be in the middle. Did I do it? Wait, I think I did it. I did it. I did it! Yes! You solved the puzzle. Computer ejects a marble. On the note reading, I see a bishop. Okay, I don't think there are any more things for me to do but the door. Approach the strange locked door. Turns out it's even stranger up close. Okay, I see a bishop is the hacking one, so let me just trace that. This is easy. This is just visual. Some fucking Dr. Seuss ass puzzle in here. Oh my god. Okay, this one is a Sia Bishop. A Sia Bishop is hacking. Which one was hacking? Was it this one? Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Brooke Yang is the bomb. Wah. And then we'll go wah. Why would you lock your door like this? Nope, not quite. Okay, no, it is that one. Bomb. And then I didn't bother. I was gonna call you white boy, but preferred the woker option. Well, I appreciate you thinking of me in your insult. In your true insult. Okay. Invalid. What? Okay. Hold on, I did one of these wrong. Alright, let's start with Colby again. God damn it. Colby. Colby is going to be... Colby is bomb. Boom. Oh, in the same order I encountered them. Okay, so it would be bomb first. Then it was poison. So Brooke was poison, so she would be... It turns out if you read all of the instructions, they very clearly explain what you need to do with them. Then it was poison. And then it was... hacking. I did hacking last, so... It's a good thing I'm not playing on the difficulty in this that I think kills you if you do a puzzle wrong. Boom. Door open. I did a cool pose. You couldn't see it because I don't have arm tracking, but I did a cool pose.
Well. If it isn't a lab rat.
For someone with chronic resting blah face, you look real proud of yourself. And you know what? You should be. By getting this far, you're statistically proven to have more brains than 96% of STOP employees. Happy New Year, small guy. Thank you. That said, I actually expected you to die by now. I'm not sure how to reward you for your success. Oh, wait, I have an idea. How about a sticker? If you get out of here, I'll give you a fruit-scented one. At the rate you're going, you might even get one of my super special grape stickers. And I never give those out. Huh, I don't see you jumping for joy. Not a grape fan.
Well then.
Oh well, more for me.
Hey, lab rat.
So, what did you think of my research lab? It's awesome, isn't it? A little derivative, maybe, but any scientist worth their salt needs a room filled with high-tech computers and big, fast source libraries. Though there is one thing that makes my lab better than the others. My primary source extractor. It's kinda loud once it revs up and it's a pain to clean afterwards. But the results are, mwah, amazing. I had planned on giving you a first-hand demonstration, but the last experiment got so messy that I'm still cleaning the rafters. Disappointing, I know. But never fear, the great Caution, Emperor of malViolence, used his appetite for adaptation to his advantage. And so he constructed these quasi-deadly puzzle rooms, sure to satisfy even the least imaginative of stop agents. Aren't I thoughtful, lab rat? Yeesh, tough crowd. You must be fun at parties. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying. Vamoose to the next room already. There's more games for you to play. Or hell, take your sweet time. I've always wanted to see how motivated electric floors can be. He's clearly joking again. Probably. Maybe. No, better not tempt fate. This self-styled supervillain has got world-class bad manners. Where would he have picked up such a nasty personality anyway? You know it's pointless to speculate, but you can't help it. Because your current surroundings are unusually ordinary. The last corridor looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. This one's practically mundane. It's got more common with a basic stop research building. Brings back memories of your days as a low-level agent, trudging through halls, delivering low-level intel to low-level researchers. Your supervisors loved emphasizing the low-level part. Pressing your keycard to the reader, hearing that little beep of approval, seeing the doors click open. Waking up in a mad scientist research facility has a way of making you long for a simple life. Speaking of doors, this corridor's got 5 to choose from. You pause. Once again, your fate is in your own hands. Is this another one of his puzzles?
Good. You made it through the experiment room.
Dr. Danger's on again. What did you... No, calm down. It's probably motion activated. You should have listened to the last recording since it seemed pretty helpful. This time you'll stay still and pay attention. Yes, correct. You should have listened to the last one, dipshit.
I apologize for any distress that the previous room may have caused you. For whatever it's worth, please know that I do not take pleasure in hurting others. The sight of blood makes me quite ill. It always has. Allow me to explain.
No, that room belongs to my apprentice. Currently, he is running an experiment, even if he seems more interested in the process than the results. Honestly, I'm in no position to lecture him. He's not cruel, he's just...
Please,
I suppose I can say this. All his test subjects have a certain unfortunate commonality. A terminal condition, as he sees it, that makes it very difficult for him to remain impartial.
I apologize.
I apologize for being vague here, but the nature of this work has always been a private matter. It's not your responsibility, it's mine. What's that supposed to mean?
If you're looking for where to go next, please take the door directly in front of you. The other doors are very much best left shut. Take care now. I'll see you in a week.
A week? That recording definitely wasn't for you. Whoever the intended recipient was, Dr. Danger clearly trusted them. Better take the door she recommended. Papers. Oh good, a monitor. He's gonna yell at me again, isn't he? He's gonna call me stupid again. An office. There's shelves everywhere. Loads of files, too. Like the hall before it, it's oddly ordinary. Just to double check, though. Yep, pretty sure this is another puzzle room. Alright then, let's get searching. Check the trash can. Okay. I wanted to check the trash can, but it won't let me check the trash can. A note is stuck to the water cooler, which doesn't actually dispense any water. It says the child whose designation comes first in the alphabet was second last to arrive. Subject R arrived in June. The child wearing a bracelet arrived in September. Fuck me. There's a note stuck to the front of the desk. It says the bracelet arrived at the facility before the toy plane. Subject G does not know how to use a yo-yo. The yo-yo trickster did not arrive first. I hate this. Pick up the note beneath the blackboard. It says the red-headed child said they have never been to the suburbs or to open water. Whoever lived in the mountains arrived in either June or December. The child from the suburbs was processed before the subject from the mountains. Spot a note on the wall and pick it up. It says the blonde child seems to have a musical inclination. The bracelet has a notable tarnish. Upon sampling, it seems to be a coating of coastal salt. The city dweller was abducted in the spring. I hate this. This shit sucks. You surveyed the diagrams before you. There's nothing actually wrong with these kind of logic puzzles. I'm just bad at them. From distance, they seem to be aircraft blueprints. Blueprints for weapons of all makes, shapes, and sizes. But on closer inspection, they reveal a certain quirkiness that doesn't belong on a technical document. The handwriting is also distinct, for lack of a better word. That said, poor penmanship hasn't dulled the designs themselves. The least dangerous of these would be devastating out in the field. The oldest of the blueprints, the ones hidden at the bottom of the pile, look wildly different. Clearly another person was behind them. In fact, if you squint, you can still find the signatures at the bottom. Destrange, they say. They're dated more than 15 years ago. Printouts and clippings of various news articles, all related to Dr. Danger's exploits, with a certain colorful sidekick occasionally breaking into the opening paragraphs. In fact, when you look at them all together, caution seems to show up more over time. Dr. Danger must have been pleased with her pupil's growth. At the bottom of the pile, a heavily weathered photo peeks out. Based on what you can make out of the caption, it looks like some kind of commemorative occasion. Room 2 et al. Breakthrough in cyber security. Can't recognize any of the faces, but you recognize the logo as... Never mind, it's just similar, that's all. Well, fucking tell me. Stop keeping information from me, asshole. You eye over the massive scrawled notes pinned in front of you. There are two distinct sets of handwriting here, but the contents are mostly the same, and mostly domestic? Notes on what to eat for breakfast and when to start preparing it, notes on how much sleep to get and what stories to read, birthdays, exercises, meal plans, and chores. The two who wrote these notes weren't just sharing the same space, they were living together. As you look over the sprawling web of photos, documents, and diagrams, you realize everything in front of you is perfectly orderly. These are the notes of a hunter, and Stop was their prey. You recognize dozens of names, operations, and places, vital parts of Stop's organization that had suffered heavy blows in the last few years. But you're disturbed by how many places you don't recognize. Laboratories, factories, and armories that must be above your clearance level, crossed out like someone was going down a checklist. All these top-secret sites share the same acronym, YTDI. No, you don't recognize it. That's par for the course with Stop. If you don't know what an acronym means, it's probably above your pay grade. Alright, bring on the logic puzzle. I'm ready. The blackboard is covered in little doodles, but they don't seem there to be just for decoration. You have to admit it, they're kind of cute. Completely unlike their creator. Okay. So found some incomplete records that all subjects to this facility arrived within the same calendar year box their personal belongings. The detailed video, click on the rights to strike them out. Use what belong to figure out which item belongs to who, which subject arrived at the facility, and who grew up where. Okay. Okay, the blonde child seems to have a musical inclination. That doesn't really help me. Wait, Charles. I don't know what oh, I have to, I see. Charles. The bracelet has notable tarnish. Upon sampling, it seems to be coating of coastal salt. Okay, bracelet belonged to Sam from the coast. The city dweller was abducted in the spring. We don't know who the... where's the city? Mountain City. Spring would have been March. Bracelet arrived at this facility before the toy plane. That doesn't... I don't know when the plane got here yet. I don't know who Avery is yet. The only one I know is Charles. Subject G does not know how to use a yo-yo. Got it. So this can't be... the yo-yo can't belong to Clark. The yo-yo trickster did not arrive first. Though that just... okay. That doesn't really help me that much because there's still 3 dates. The child whose designation comes first in the alphabet was the second to last arrival. So designation comes first in the alphabet. So subject A arrived in September. The child wearing the bracelet arrived in September. Boom. Subject R arrived in June. Boom. That means that you must have arrived in September. This is going to get really confusing to look at. Child wearing the bracelet arrived in September. The red-headed child said they have never been to the suburbs or to open water. Probably the woods then, or the mountains. Whoever lived in the mountains arrived in either June or September. Child from the suburbs was processed before the child from the mountains. Okay. So let's go back through these again now that I have more info. Bracelet is tarnishing. Tarnish has coastal salt. So A is September from the coast. I think it'll be easier if I point from child to thing instead of from thing to other thing. City March. Okay, bracelet is sea salt. The city dweller was abducted in spring. So city March, we know that. Bracelet arrived before the toy plane. Bracelet belonged to Sam. Sam in September, so June. The toy plane must have been... the toy plane could have either been March or June. Subject G does not know how to yo-yo. So, I guess this must be Clark. So that means the plane must be you. So the bracelet arrived before the plane. So when did you arrive? You arrived in June. So you must be from the city then. So you must be from the city because you arrived in March. Wait, get rid of this one, please. No, stop. No, stop, please. I am gonna save again real quick. So, blonde child seems to have musical inclination. Charles. Bracelet has a notable tarnish. Upon sampling, it seems to be a coastal salt. So, boom, boom, boom. We're good there. Click on written notes to strike them out. Okay, blonde child has a musical instrument. So we solved that. Bracelet has notable tarnish. We solved that. City dweller arrived in spring. Stop. I'm trying to get rid of this connection because I don't want it anymore. There we go. So boom, boom, boom. Arrived in spring. That one's true. We're good there. Bracelet arrived before the toy plane. Okay, that can't be so you can't be from the city then, actually. So you must be from the woods. Which means, who do I still not have a... City dweller abducted in spring, so I'll reconnect that and I'll disconnect that. So you cannot be from spring. Toy plane arrived, the bracelet arrived before the toy plane. So the toy plane has to have been in December then. But we don't know. Wait. Oh God. Okay. Can I reset? I'm resetting. I'm gonna reset, and we're gonna go through these one at a time. Okay. Okay. Blonde child has a musical inclination. Boom. Done. Bracelet has a tarnish. It's from the coastal salt. Boom. Done. City dweller was abducted in spring. Boom. Done. The bracelet arrived before the toy plane. We can't use that yet. G doesn't know how to yo-yo. We can't use that yet. The yo-yo trickster did not arrive first. Yeah, I can't draw like an anti-synergy. Or I guess I can. Okay, bracelet arrived before the toy plane. We don't know when the toy plane arrived or the bracelet arrived yet, so I can't do anything with that. G does not know how to use a yo-yo, which means that G has to be either the plane... Stop. Either the plane... No, G has to be the plane. Okay, bracelet arrived at the facility before the plane. Do we know when the bracelet got there yet? No. Do we know when the plane got there yet? No. The yo-yo trickster did not arrive first. It doesn't mean anything yet. We'll move on. The child whose designation comes first in the alphabet was the second to last arrival, so the designation of first in the alphabet would be A. That means A had to come in September. Boom. Subject R arrived in June. Fuck off. Boom. The child wearing a bracelet arrived in September. Sam. Is bracelet? We don't know who the bracelet belongs to yet. No, wait. We do know who the bracelet belongs to. It belongs to you. So, blah, blah. September. The coast. Okay. Subject A. Done. I don't know why I sound so angry about this. Okay, so the redheaded child. The redheaded child said they have never been to the suburbs or to open water. So that means that you are either city or you are mountains. Whoever lived in the mountains arrived in either June or September or December. So you could be the one who lives in the mountains, as long as we don't know who December is. Child from the suburbs was processed before subject from the mountains. We don't know who the suburbs is yet. Fuck. If I click return... Okay, I'm gonna check some of the other computers. I'm not displaying some kind of simulation. Better take a closer look. Way down new synthetic number math where the original pieces can't be moved. Must form one continuous loop and occupy every available space. Great. Pathways can cross over themselves, but they can't retrace themselves to no T intersections. At any four-way intersection, a neuron will always go straight through. It'll never turn. You can only submit possible solutions where there are no open-ended pathways, including T intersections. Okay, so... I don't even know where to start here. What if it's just like this, though? Can't retrace the... As far as a normal always goes straight through, it'll never turn into a four-way. Okay, good to know. Means that can't be like that. Paths can cross over, but they can't retrace, so no T's. So I can make T's, but I can't make... Okay. This seems like the easiest early solution, I think. Help, help, where am I? Help. Like, it either has to start or end in one of these corners, I think. Must form a continuous loop. Okay. Oh boy. This is tough. I think I may have to do something like this for this to be a continuous loop, because there's no other way to like loop back into there. Oh, and this will always go straight through. Oh man, puzzles are hard. This spot is currently impossible to get, I think. But if I do that, I can't make a loop there. Huh? 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 So how many neurons am I allowed to make? Oh, any number. Wait, so is there not only going to be one path? Okay, so there's going to be more than one path here, I think, is what it's telling me. There's no way to get into this is the problem. The only way to get up here is from the bottom. I don't know. No, because this won't be able to use that now. Because it would have to make a loop without crossing over itself. Okay, I can erase individual parts of the line. That's actually very helpful. might have to be something like that. God, because, okay, so this piece in the corner is going to fuck me up too. Because there's really no other way for it to go than like this. But there's no way I can get into this slot if I do that, or the slot on the end if I do that. So maybe that can't be it, but it sort of has to be, doesn't it? Because these don't move. Okay, I feel like I've got a decent amount of this solved. I just gotta figure out what the fuck is going on down here. No, because this can't loop like this. There has to be something stupider over here, because otherwise this stuff on the bottom gets locked out. That leaves out the corner. Stuff can cross over itself, but it can't T intersection. It has to form a contiguous loop. That would be allowed. And that would be allowed. Continuous loop and pathways can cross over that can't retrace themselves. At any four-way intersection, no one knows goes straight through, will never turn. This spots where there are no open-ended pathways, including T intersections. So yeah, I can't do this. Unless this goes all the way through here, but then it can't do this part. That might work. Maybe. I think this is following all the rules. Now I just gotta get 2 more spaces out of this somehow. Okay, does this count? I don't think it does, probably. I'm pretty sure this doesn't count. Yeah, because this still leaves this part open. This whole corner is just fucked then. No, wait, maybe not. No, because the only way to make sure this doesn't T is to do that. And then it T's at the end. So that can't be it. This is hard. Okay, that technically gets rid of that. It's just this spot in the corner is fucking me up. Wait, maybe? Is that it? Did I do it? Is every space occupied? Okay, I'm just gonna start. Okay, that's a contiguous loop. That's a contiguous loop. I didn't think to do that, but that was a contiguous loop. Huh? Uh-oh. Tone sets hairs back in an aircon. You're losing him, Doc. Wait, that's an actual... As they are now, they can't be restabilized. That person's own nervous system will rip their body apart with spasming. But they shouldn't be punished for your mistake, right? Well, don't worry, I can fix this, but I'm gonna need a hand. Suddenly your body feels a lot heavier. Is that mist in the corner of the room? And a liver, and a stomach, and a heart, and most of your spinal cord. Oop, that's me dying. And I'm gonna need them right now. That's a dead end. Patient was eventually reestablished, should wake up in the next few days. On the other hand, the lab rat won't get up ever again. They're missing a few too many critical parts. Contributing factors that they gave too much of themselves to my cause. Dead end number 9 didn't make the cut. Damn. Oh man. I have to recollect all the fucking notes. Alright, what's on the computer? What on earth is that? Of course, it's a puzzle. Groups are shown as a circle, a triangle, a square, and an X. The bureaucratic system left only the bare minimum operating instructions on how to operate the panopticon. Help caution, properly arrange the cells according to the limitations of the system. Okay. Okay, each group needs to be balanced. So blue to yellow to black. Okay, alright, okay. Bare minimum instructions on how to operate with the panopticon. Blue goes to yellow, white goes to black, black goes to blue. Rearrange the cells so that each group of escaping testes is balanced. So white turns black, black turns blue, blue turns white. Got it. Okay, I understand now. So I just got to make sure all of these are balanced. So let's start with one. Let's start with circle. If there's a circle, I need an X in it at least. An X or a square. This one is a triangle. Is this possible? Circle, triangle, square, X. Oh, that's correct. But the rest of these aren't. Okay. How can I get a triangle in this row? That would work. The rest of these don't. Okay. Okay, so let's try this one. Triangle, square. If I could get a circle in this one. There's no circle. Circle X. So if I could get a square in this one, question mark? That would work. Oh, cool. I did it. Great. Suppose your artist has got two little scrattle-like tiles pop up in the middle of the panopticon. They show the letters A and S. How quaint. As. Okay, that neural pathway puzzle I don't think I was gonna get by just guessing, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Caution's big fan of word games, so he wants to come to a word that's almost as good as the one above. You might need to find some letters first. Okay, so... Okay. This is just a logic puzzle, so I should be able to do this with logic. So from the top. Blonde child is musical. Charles. Bracelet comes from the ocean. City dweller was abducted in spring. Bracelet arrived before the toy plane. Subject G does not know how to use a yo-yo. So she has to be the toy plane. Which means that, because this guy is the yo-yo did not arrive first. So I believe this guy was Bracelet, right? Second round. Child wearing a bracelet arrived in September. Okay, bracelet. Subject G does not know how to use a yo-yo. Yo-yo trickster did not arrive first. Child whose designation was first in the alphabet was second to last to arrive. Subject R arrived in June. Child wearing the bracelet arrived in September. So, subject A, bracelet, coast. So, child wearing bracelet arrived in September, got those. Second to last, first in the alphabet was second to last arrival. Boom, all of those are checked off. The yo-yo trickster, which must be you, did not arrive first, which is true. Big true. Red-headed child has never been to the suburbs or open water. So that means she must be either mountain or suburb. Whoever lived in the mountains arrived in either June or September. Or June or December. I don't have enough. The child from the suburbs was processed before the child from the mountains. Do I have dates on the rest of these yet? I do. So that one is in September. March child. March is city. So child from suburbs was processed before the mountains. So suburbs has to have been June. Yes. And the mountains has to have been December. Which does track both of those. Red-headed child is said to have been open water. That doesn't really help. Yo-yo trickster did not arrive first. So she is the yo-yo trickster. She did not arrive first, so that's true. Bracelet arrived before the toy plane. So if he arrived in September, the bracelet, which belongs to... So he had to... If he was in September, then she must be December. Which means she is from the mountains. Redhead child has never been to the suburbs or open water. That makes sense. That means you must be from the suburbs. Okay, now let's make sure all of that makes sense. The bracelet arrived before the toy plane. Yo-yo trickster did not arrive first. Right? Yes. Yo-yo. June, not first. Redhead never been to suburbs or open water. True. Okay, let's make sure I got everything. Subject R, from the suburbs. Arrived in June. Yo-yo. Great. Subject A, Sam, bracelet. September. Coast. Great. I'm just gonna erase one of these so that I don't lose my fucking mind. Great. Subject G. December. Mountains. Toy plane. Great. Subject F. Harmonica. She's not pointing to a location yet. I guess she must have been from the city then. Because I don't think I have one for city yet. And March. Okay. So city, harmonica, March. Good, I think. Can I save? You bet your ass I can. Boom. You solved the puzzle. A tiny blue tile falls to the ground. Crown customer reads letter E for evidence, or maybe end of puzzles, or enough of these silly games. But that's just wishful thinking. Either way, you decide to take it with you. Okay, so I did this super wrong last time. Original pieces can't be moved. Neural pathways must form one continuous loop. Pathways can cross over themselves, but can't retrace themselves. Will never turn. Like, that's my best guess at how this upper section has to go to occupy every space. In fact, I will take that one step further and say it has to go in there, which means it has to come out here. Okay, I think this has to go like this or something. Close, I think. Okay, now I just gotta get these two spots. Oh, that's easy. Okay, now where do you have to go to make this make sense? In order for this to work, this has to be able to go somewhere. That is my only option, really. Okay, if I do this, then that technically works. But now this doesn't. This doesn't. I mean, technically that works, but I don't think that's correct. Because it's still not one contiguous path, if I do it this way. Okay, let's get rid of all of that real quick, just to see where I'm at. Possible. I have to go like this or something. No, because this doesn't connect to any of the bottom loop now, and I think it does. I think this does have to be one contiguous path, like all the way. No, because this has to go straight through. Please go, please slide. Okay, so this works now, but this part doesn't anymore. And this still has to go straight through, so I don't think this works at all, actually. Please let me drag. Please let me drag. Wait, maybe? Okay, is that it? Let's start here. think that's it. I'm gonna save real quick, so I don't have to start completely over if I'm wrong. Booyah! Let's go. Whew. It's fucking brain tickler. The desk drawer opens just a bit and reveals two small tiles inside. R and T are written on them, respectively. Now, where could you put them to use? You're no Scrattle expert. You got this puzzle all under control, probably. Okay, we have to use Taser to come up with a word almost as good as the one above. I can do stare. Stare. Tears. Erats. Trays. That's nothing. I think it's got to be stare, probably. No message from the kid yet. Maybe if you're stealthy, you could sneak past without...
Moving as usual, I see.
Thanks. You spoke too soon. Yeah, you're right in your element, huh? Not that you'd know it. But I've got a good eye for this kind of thing. I bet you get that bubbly feeling buzzing under your skin, like sweet sparkling lemonade in your veins. What a colorful turn of phrase. I'd give my right arm to feel as excited as you do now, lab rat. You must be salivating at the mountain of evidence beneath your fingertips. Weapons, corkboards, secret evil plans. All the classics are here, and we both know you really, really want to rub your grubby paws all over them. Even if you copied half of one blueprint onto a bar napkin and threw it through the washing machine, you'd still have enough evidence to net you a promotion from HQ.
Well then.
So go ahead, take as much as you like. I won't touch a hair on your head. After all, the great Caution, Emperor of Malviolence, knows that you only care about the truth. He shall let you indulge. Hey, lab rat, can I ask you something? You are just getting evidence, right? First he holds you prisoner, now he complains about how much you look around your prison. Well, screw him. You snoop as much or as little as you please. I've watched you with my drones. Tailor these puzzles to your specific subpar problem-solving skills. Hey, I only failed once. Carried out quasi-legal research on your identity, so I know what you are. You're an agent for Stop. Nothing more, nothing less. Am I right? Again, with the silent treatment. I've met vending machines with better social skills than you know that? Fine.
Shut up!
Fine. Fine! The next time you escape a puzzle room, I won't talk either. See how you like it. Now move, or you'll regret your staring contest with me. Again with a temper tantrum, huh? Seriously, why is he so pissed off at you? He and Dr. Danger have fought against Stop field agents in the past, but that's not your department. Hell, before this, you've never met either of them face to face. What right does he have to act all high and mighty at you? Right, supervillain. Big ego, no self-awareness. Don't overthink it. Get past the villain's workshop. Okay. Dim corridor stretches forward with no answers to offer. I'm gonna save here, actually. And I'm gonna have to call it there for now. Because I have to get ready for work, unfortunately. But thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one. I should be able to do a longer stream tomorrow. We'll see. Because I don't work until later. So, But have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll get back to this for sure. I'm having a good time.